Hi there. I need to know if you can hear me, if everything is okay with the connection, with the quality, with the sound, and also and just some kind of feedback. And we will start. Oh, that's good. Tell me if anything is wrong. I will try to fix it. And sound, my cooler a little bit noisy because I have to switch on additional cooler for my laptop. Sorry for that. We'll try to clean it later. Okay, I have news, but one bad and one good. I will start with bad one. It's not so bad, but we will not release today a new model Beretta 93 Raffica. We are sorry for that. It's ready for release, but we couldn't test completely our new mechanism with the burst fire. That is why everything works, but in another software which we use for integration. In World of Guns we can switch now burst mode. That is why we can release it. So I will show you what we've done with it, with the model. We'll tell you a little bit this model and how did we create it and so on. We'll represent you. And then we will continue with our competition for today. I want to remind that we are making a competition for Owen Gun, which has been released 2 weeks ago. It has been released 2 weeks ago, and how does it work? If I will remind rules a little bit. It works only for Steam users, or users who play through the Steam. During 30 minutes we will collect all high scores for every game mod, and summarize the points. And then, at the end of 30 minutes, we will see who won, whose first 5 position will be granted with credits. And this is our winners. So you may read more about our rules in Steam community. Okay, I think it's time to start. I will answer your questions if you have. I will answer. We plan to release it next week, on Monday or Wednesday, something between these days, because we have to. There is a lot of work just to fix some scripts and release it. So it's not so difficult to prepare this model. So okay, I will continue. You may see on screenshots that we have some drawings from the patents, and I will explain how did we create this model. It's pretty hard to create this model because there is no lot of materials and references for pictures. Nobody disassembled it. It's burst mod. It's not for civilian market, and that is why it was pretty difficult to create it. But we read a lot of information in patents. It explains there more or less pretty good, and pretty enough information to build this model. Also, one of our modeler and our artist, he found instruction for Italian special forces, where on Italian it was explained how it works with pictures of real one. So that is the model. What interesting here, it has grip, integrated grip. It has also stock. You may see how it applies. You may see how it works inside also, and how it sitting here. You also may see cutaway mode. So actually it's pretty works pretty like a Beretta without double action. So it's not very difficult, but it has some specifics. Locking system is pretty the same. Here we have more simplified version of Beretta 92 because the firing pin has been blocked by the extractor here. In Beretta 92 it's more complicated. There is a disconnector with a special safety lever and so on. We also have a new part which Beretta 92 doesn't have. It's I call it autoseer, but it's like an autoseer. Yes, it's true. It's if we remove this interrupter, it will work like in full auto mode. I will check. Nobody asked me. No. So also it's a little bit difficult to make whole cutaways because in that way we have to remove this plate with the burst mechanism. It's not so good. That is why we decided to keep the magazine without cut model and keep this plate with a burst mechanism on all parts. I can't show you how it works with burst just because can't switch to the burst mode. Sorry for that. So I just wanted to represent this model that we are working. It's almost completed, but we'll release it a little bit later. I see that now have no any questions. Okay, what I also may tell you that we've done a lot of work on this model because we had to make a lot of animations for it, because it can interrupt with the last fire. It can be interrupted in 3 different positions, depends on what tools can be and how many bullets and cartridges were inside. So we had to animate 3 positions and to make animations for 3 variants of last firing, and that is why we had to work hard on this model. But everything is completed. I will show you this assembly mode except of switching to the burst mode. So MG42, yes, we have MG42, but not exactly MG42. We have MG3, which is very similar to MG42. So you, Vladimir, you may check it in the catalog. We have it. Okay, how it can be disassembled. I will turn off autofocus. We'll turn off animation speed up. Here is pretty the same like a Beretta. So it's very interesting. We stripped this grip completely. Also what we have here, and it is interesting to see and to disassemble this burst mechanism. And it's very interesting. It's implemented special transfer bar here, transfer lever, with this rocker lever and this mobile rod. It will be very interesting for you to check how it works inside. I like it very much. I saw my friend, he tried this Beretta 93 on a shooting range, and he told me that it's like a three-purpose gun. It's not so good with accuracy on a long distance, because first bullets go to the target, second to the bird, and third to the airplane. So it's shooting, hunting, and anti-aircraft gun. But I think in close combat it's pretty useful. And also I like the internal mechanism design, because every design, new design and new mechanism is very interesting for us. So for World of Guns, it's a good model. We like it very much. So I will check if I can see any questions. Hello to Poland. Okay, I will complete this assembly for this model. If you have any questions, you may ask me. You see that the quality is pretty good with the texture, with the model itself. It's pretty smooth. The structure with the spring and pin. This is the rear side. The firing pin with the spring. What we have here? Grip. And the Beretta style magazine cage. This is how burst plate housing with. Oh, I think we have to depress the main spring firstly. Then take this lever. This is the switch lever, which switch mode is the safety axis for hammer, and also it works like a switcher and some lever for burst mode. Yeah, this is the plate. It will be very interesting. I like it. I like how it works inside, how parts are interacting with each other. It's a bit like Beretta parts, a trigger bar. This is very interesting with its spring. This is the auto sear ejector, common part installs. This assembly in advance. Nothing special here. This part can be disassembled. This is the detent for the safety lever, and there is special hole for disassembly of this part. I'm checking the time. We will start competition in 19 minutes, I think. Yes, 19 minutes. So we have time to prepare and check oven gun and answer a question if you have. Please don't hesitate to ask me. Trigger with the spring and trigger axis. Nothing special here. Don't remember if we took apart everything. Oh, we still, this part is magazine extension. Here it is. That's all. So it's not very difficult, except of it was very interesting for us to burst mode for this. But when we start working on it, we had a lot of questions, just really, and it was a little bit difficult to animate this, to create model also, because there is not a lot of reference, not a lot of guys disassemble it at all. So we had no any real video as a reference for disassembling this model. So we had to read a lot of information from patent and to check drawings and so on. Okay, I see. I will show to the guys that we have MG42, we call it MG3. This is MG3 actually, so, but it's very familiar. It's like MG42. That is why we call it this upgraded version of MG42. Then in 2-3 minutes we will proceed with all-in gun, and we'll also answer a question if you have nobody answering, nobody asking any questions. That's all. This is the model. It's pretty complex. A lot of parts interacting with each other. These bars, they are moving. It's extractor, ejector, buffer, and so on. It's very difficult. So it's this model requires more time to check it and to learn how it works inside. We ordered special book which explained how it works, so it was very difficult to make animation for it. Okay, I think I will what is M26? What is FBVs? I don't know. What is it? I'm just reading the comments and asking the guys for explanation. BT M26, I don't know what is it. Also FBVs, I don't know. I will also want to remind that you may check what models are scheduled and in production. You may check it, and what models are in what area. So you may see, today I made an announcement that we took a new model to production, and next in 17 days we will take new model to production. So if you want to know, you may check it here. I want to tell you guys good news about this tank. We already have 3D model completed and integrated to engine where we creating animation and setting up all stuff. So we are working on it. I don't think we will complete it in November. Maybe we will release better version. Polish pistol. I will explain. We'll answer a little bit later. I will answer, guys. So we are working on this tank. We have progress. We have completed 3D model, very complex one, which we worked on this tank about 1 year. So we want to build it with a very good and superb quality. So please wait a little bit, but it will be very interesting to check it. Okay, I will answer one Polish guy about pistol. We are not going to create this Polish pistol. We have in plans. We are collecting references for a submachine gun, Polish submachine gun called Błyskawiczka. I think it's something like that. So But if you have some interesting references for this, you may send us to our email. It's this reference, we will collect them. We want to release as many models as possible because we like to cover all possible historical models, the evolution of the firearms and so on. Okay, I think it's time to proceed for our own gun. We will compete today. I will check. Oh, this is the. This is the question about our model HKP7. I will check. HKP7. And another HK is involved. I will check. Just HKP9S. I just want to tell you that we didn't. I think we will work on the earliest version of HK PSP police pistol, service pistol, something like that. I don't really know, maybe one of the earliest versions, because we found more reference for it. Yes, PSP, this one. I don't remember what exact model it is, but maybe I will be able to update you later. Okay, let's go to our own gun. And this one. Let's check in the high scores. Who is here? This is our constant champion here. He always taking part in our competition, but today I think that one of the strongest players there on the top, and a player from Brazil, he's very close to our champion from Slovakia. So okay, I will check who is maybe that I can purchase. I will answer, sorry. And I will check on the server who is competing. Yes, we have some people already playing the model. We have 10 minutes for warm-up. Then we will start competition. Okay, I will try to pass it also. You may see also, I will tell you some story about this gun. It's not very popular, maybe, I don't know how to explain it, but we didn't find a lot of videos of disassembly this gun, and so we mostly used the references we found. You may see it's the mostly useful reference. It was this cutaway, so we used it a lot. It was it was clear how it works in a single semi-auto with this hole, and it was clear when I made animation how it worked in full auto and so on. But it's pretty simple, and this is Australian one. We decided to create it. It's very good and well known because of its magazine and its forward grip, so it's very well-known model. Okay, let's try to play the game a little bit. I will still answer your questions if you have. We have some viewers on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Facebook. So I have to check. If somebody asking me any questions there? Nobody. Okay. This model is pretty simple. It has 64 parts, but a lot of parts are disassembled together with a group. So it's not so difficult to... I released it 2 weeks ago, but we switched to another one, to Ruger Precision Rifle, and I already forgot how to disassemble this model. I think you have to disconnect the stock, then the trigger group. Now it has special mechanism for quick changing of the barrel. We use it just it. I think I will turn off animation speed up. It's pretty annoying sometimes. We have to remove bolt. This is the mechanism for this barrel. Now I think we have to disassemble the spring first, then all other parts. It's not removable, as you remember. Here everything has been disassembled except of this swivel. That's all. So I don't remember how exact actions, but maybe 20 or 30 actions, maybe less, I don't remember. It's not very difficult. There's this one. Spring with the triggers, and safety here. The spring. Let's complete it. Then this one. Why not? Because this one has to be disassembled. And I wanted to tell that we have some kind of technical restrictions, and we can't realize alternative way of disassembly. Sometimes we have to restrict and disassembly, and for example, in real life you can choose what part you have to disassemble in first way. Just sometimes we have to restrict, because if we could, I don't know, sometimes, for example, in machine guns there are millions of different variations, so how to implement all of them, I think it's impossible. That is why we did it like this. This is pretty simple. I will check how much actions you need to complete this model just to know. We will start our competition in 3 minutes, so prepare. This, in 3 minutes we will start collecting high scores from the server. Then we will collect them for 30 minutes. For 30 minutes we will collect them, and we'll announce the champion after that. One moment, please. Oh, that's good. 2 minutes. Are you ready? I don't think we will have a lot of players today, so first 5 persons will win. I will make some kind of request. Maybe 10 persons will compete, I think. First place is, as always, will be for Slovakian guy. Okay. What we have here? I will check what we are. One moment, please. I will check all the pages to be sure that everything is okay. 1 minute and we will start. So if you are going to take part in competition, please prepare. Okay. We are starting soon. To make Panzerfaust 16, I don't know what this model is about. Okay, I will check. Guys, yes, we are starting we start collecting the high scores, so the competition has been started. So if you are going to take part, please submit your high scores. You have to play a game, super game and hardcore game. I will check what is the Panzerfaust. Oh, I think we will create it. It's very interesting, but I don't know if we will find enough materials. We have RPG 7, Russian one, and we'll check it. Maybe we'll make it. It's pretty simple. It looks simple. Maybe we'll make it, but we don't have any plans for now. Okay, I will try to play with you a little bit. 1 minute passed. It's interesting. If anybody already submitted high score, I will check it. Nobody submitted, but it just started. I think, yes, it's require maybe 1 minute and some seconds for the hardcore play game, so I think it's not time to check. I also want to remind you that it's very necessary to get the best high score. You have to save 2 achievements for the game mode. The game mode, the normal game, is the most sometimes words are flying from my head. So you can gain most points from the game mode because it has 2 achievements and every achievement multiply your points by 2. So all other game modes like hardcore game and super game, they have only 1 achievement, and that is why this normal game is very important. It gives you more points than other 2 game modes. So let's try to disassemble it. Let's try to save achievement. I don't remember the whole all dependencies and the fastest way how it has to be disassembled. That is why I think I will make a mistake, but I will try to save achievement. Yes, it's pretty simple model. I think it's not very difficult to learn and study this one. It's in our simple model, easy category. So this one, then trigger, then this handle, then this barrel. In the barrel we have this handle with the swivel and fire muzzle, flash hider. Then we have to take this cover, don't forget about this swivel, the bolt, then this one, extractor as I remember. And that's all. So for now I saved all achievements, but I have to assemble it in right way without mistakes. But my time is not competitive. We'll try to do it in reverse direction. For now I didn't make any mistakes, that's good. But I think I can make a mistake. Let's don't forget about the swivel. This one. Then trigger, then sear. Oh! I lost achievement. That's bad. Yeah, that's all. But I lost my achievement on assembly, it's not so good, I just forgot about some dependencies. Let's see what we have here. Let's check what we have a new interesting high score. So my high score is 22nd position, not so good. You see that because of I lost achievement, my score is twice reduced. So I had to have 400,000, so something like there. Yes, in this position. Oh, it's strange. It's pretty strange. What is it? Why we have? Oh, I think it will be renewed, and we will see new high scores there. Okay, we'll check the questions. If I will turn on game demo mode for this model, and we'll check the questions. Maybe yes, I see somebody. give some links, we'll check them. Strange gun. CAD model already. This is a concept. I don't think it's a good idea to check concept. It looks very interesting, but it's not very famous, I think. Let's check another one. HK MP7. We already have HK MP7. What is it? HK MP7 prototype. Maybe HK. P7. It's also a concept. We will make a real one. I think it will be more interesting. It's finished. I will check if we have for 8 minutes past and 8 minutes. We will check who is winning today. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players already submitted some high scores. Some Polish guys, new one, I see new players, it's good. We have one player from Ukraine, from Kazakhstan, I think, one from Slovakia, Russia, Poland. So let's check what results we'll have today. Maybe something interesting, because in any way, guys, I think if you want to gain some credits and unlock new models, it's a good try to take part in the competition, because first position, just try to complete all game modes and it will be not so difficult to gain some credits, I think. Okay, we will try hardcore game mode. I like it very much, but it requires special preparation to complete it and to pass the best time, because it sometimes can break your brain. Because you have to think about a lot of parts at the same time. Sometimes you have to choose the best position to disassemble parts as quickly as possible. I can't speak even because I have to think about so it's very quickly. You see how it works. The barrel has to be assembled first, I think, yes. What else? I forget about this. I always forget about this swivel. That's all. But I missed achievement, that's why it's not good. To complete and to get achievement for hardcore game, you have to You have to activate disassembly for more than 3 parts at the same time, as I remember. Okay, I will try this game mode one more time. What is my... Oh, 13. It's not so good. Okay, I'll check the comments. Maybe I have something to answer. No, we have no. On the Facebook. We have no. Okay. Let's continue. I will try one more time. We have 17 minutes for our contest. It's still in progress, so if you have just joined us, you still have time to participate. I missed a challenge. I want to try one more time. What else? It's a little bit better than it was last time, but it's for hello, fruit tie, it's good. A lot of new persons here, that's good, pretty good. Why? Oh, I forgot about Flash Harder. Not very accurate today. We will ask one of our champions to make a video, like a tutorial, on how to try to disassemble it in the best way. I think it's a good idea. I have several models which I like to compete, but it's not the latest. A lot of job we are doing on this project, and you can see that we released 4 models for the 4 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4 models, and we wanted to release today a new model for you guys, but it's a little bit, we have some kind of issue here, but we will update and resolve it soon. It's 16 minutes past in our competition. I will check what we have here. Maybe we will have any questions. Nobody asked questions, but I will check the progress of our competitors. With 16 models past, we have what we have here. Results are pretty interesting, because what's interesting that difference between first and second position is very, very small. And it will be interesting. Difference less than 1,000 of points. It's not so big for this. I don't even know. Yes. It will be interesting. And also I see that not all of participants submitted their high scores for all mods, completed just 2 mods, and are working on the third, as I understand. 17 minutes passed. Maybe something changed. I will check. Yeah, nothing changed. So okay, I will. So maybe you want somebody who don't take part in competition and have some questions. I may tell you about other models we have and show you what we have. If you would like, you may ask us. Don't hesitate. We will share promo code when we will release a new model. I think if we will release new model in the middle of the week, I think we still will release special promo code for their viewers. But I will think about it. I will speak with my team, and it's a good idea maybe to release promo code every stream we are doing for you guys. It's a good idea. Yes, I will talk with the team and we'll decide. But anyway, if we will release a new model in the middle of the week, I think we'll also prepare promo code for the next Saturday. It's very interesting. Here, this model in progress, we are working on it. It's very interesting because of its different fire modes. It can fire in full auto from the bolt, open bolt, and in semi-auto from the closed bolt. That is why it will be interesting. We already have all mechanisms to realize this. Animations and this scenarios of their parts working. It will be interesting. We also have for this model we have a special scope and bayonet and the B-pot. So we have all of this except yes, all of this we have. I hope we will release it maybe in 2 weeks. I don't know, will we be able to release one model per week? It's very difficult to work in such manner, but we will try. But this model will be very interesting. This one is also pretty ready. It's like a Kalashnikov with some improvements. But this one will be the most interesting. It's very hard and difficult to... It's very detailed. I don't know if anybody ever made a 3D model system such detail as we did. 21 minutes left of our competition. I will check what we have here. We have here the first position is for the Slovakian guy, the second for the Russian, third for the Germany, fourth for the Ukraine, then I think it's Kazakhstan, then Poland and Brazil. it's not so good, but the guy from Brazil, he didn't take part and complete. He has very good high score, but he doesn't take part anymore. The Vulture, he could compete for the third. Maybe he missed the time. I will check it. Yes, maybe he missed the time. I will answer some the guy asking in Russian, and I will answer in Russian. Sorry for that. I will explain them in English. Мы моделим, все равно в чем моделить, в принципе. Это полигональное моделирование, можно в майке, можно все равно там через общ, неважно, в чем будет модель. Это главное, чтобы это было полигональное моделирование. Двигатели мы тоже собираемся моделить, но пока что просто не хватает ресурсов. Надеемся, что получится все это сделать, потому что движок уже готов и очень много всего интересного можно сделать. Вот, а собираем и делаем анимацию в своем движке. А через Unity просто экспортируем на разные платформы. Поэтому работаем уже долго, уже более 7 лет над программой, поэтому собираемся продолжать. I just told the guys that we are creating models. Never mind what program to use creating models. It's necessary to use the polygonal models, so it can be used Maya, Max, or other software to create these models, and we have our own engine to which we worked on it for 7 years, and now we distribute to other platforms our engine through the Unity, and that's it. Five minutes to finish our today competition. Five minutes, and I will check the results if something has been changed. Nothing changed, I think. No, nothing changed. Oh, no, that's good, but the Vulture, the player from Brazil, he started playing and submitting the high scores, and he still has 5 minutes to complete 2 more because they're super game. He has the best time in the super game, but he has no good results for normal and hardcore games. So maybe we'll have a new champion for today, because previous championships all the time named here, he had the best. He had the first position. What we have here? Also, I would like to tell you somebody watching us what we have. You may check the progress for our 3D models here. You may check screenshots. We are updating it. We are trying to update it for you guys, and you are able to check what we have here. These models are interesting with ejection forward ejection. We already have all manuals to make animations. We'll start soon. Oh, that's nice. Okay. We still have no many models for this PP SMG, Russian SMG, but we have references, and I think we will start working on it soon. Also, I would like to tell you that we are working on an animation for medicine machine gun, and it's very, very interesting. It's very difficult, interesting. As it has unique, completely unique internal mechanism. I think it will be very interesting to check this part of history. I saw some comments from the. I read a lot of about this model. I thought that some firearm instructor, he told that the only that I can say that it's a miracle that this gun is working, because it's very complex inside and unexpected. It works very unusual manner. So I think it will be interesting to see it. We have found that this model, it has only full auto mode. The switcher is for 3 position, but it has safety, unload mode, and full auto mode. But anyway, it's very interesting. I think you will like it. Okay, 1 minute and we will finish today. We will finish streaming for today. I think we will continue to release models as much as we can. We still have some surprises, models which you can see in our schedule, and we will release them also. Maybe by the end of this year we will release all our surprises, the models which we already prepared. Then maybe we will try to be in time with our scheduled models. 1 minute, and we are waiting for 1 more minute and 20-30 seconds, and then we will announce the winners for today. I will check who is difference between first and second position is too small. It's very, very small. It's less than 500 points. It's very, very, very close. And okay, that's it. The final request to the server to... Okay. What we have here. The name here is the champion for today. The second position is Splash, a guy from Russia, Splash 2027. The third position is Rocker from Germany. The fourth position is Danish from Ukraine, and the fifth position is Vulture from Brazil. That's it for today. thank you for participating, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you still may ask us. We are trying to do our best. You see that we are supporting this project for a lot of time, and we continue to support it. So, if you're interested, join us. Take part in streaming. You may search and help us search in some interesting reference for the future models and so on. Okay, I think I will turn off the camera. We'll give away the prizes and credits for the winners. We'll make announcement in our Steam community, It was pleasure to see your activity. Thank you for watching, thank you for coming. I will still be able in the chat room for 5-10 minutes, so if you have any questions you may still ask. Okay, bye bye. And for the next Saturday, I think we'll release some promo codes for you. Okay, bye.